planners, it's Tay of Shawnte Plans and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be planning my November dashboard and order tracker page using the gorgeous Burgundy Fall dashboard kit from the Sweet Planner. So I did pick up two of those to make sure I had plenty of florals to use because I've gotten to the point where I use tons of florals for these spreads now. And I was so excited for this spread. This was a crazy one because I really wanted to use gold foil for this spread because all of my spreads for November, all of my weekly spreads have rose gold foil, but I had already used my gold November monthly script on my monthly spread, and so I didn't have it for my dashboard, so I had to go with rose gold, but I'm happy with how it came out. It looks beautiful with rose gold foil. So I started by putting down this wood grain washi tape that I got from Michael's. It's just the regular Recollections Michael's washi tape. It comes in a set of two with like two wood grains. It's awesome. And then I added some of those leaf dividers as a trim from Honey Inked. And then I took one of this long sort of cable sweater looking washi strip from Sadie Stickers. I cut it in half because I wanted the print, instead of all going in one direction, I wanted to split it down the middle and have the design or print of it going in two directions. I don't know why I thought that was going to look cool visually. And I think it does. I don't know. It's kind of subtle. I don't even know if you can tell in the finished look of it. But in my head, when I was cutting it in half, I was like, this is going to be like so visually amazing. It's just going to change the game. Anywho. So that's the header part done. Moving down into this bottom box, I'm going to trim the top of it with the thinnest washi strip from the dashboard kit. And thankfully, because I had two of them, I was able to stack them side by side because you actually only get one of those strips in each of the kits. And then I'm taking another one of those washi strips from Sadie Stickers. This is the bow design one. And if you have not been keeping an eye out for these awesome like washi strip length strips that she's been releasing for her $2 Tuesdays, they are so fantastic. I have been in love with them and obsessing over them, and they have been so useful. I really love it. But anywho, I am now putting down some of the washi strips from the kit in both the top and bottom boxes of those three boxes on the sidebar. And then I'm going to move back to the section right underneath the Fashion Girl because I wanted to have her sort of layered right under these leaves. So I'm just going to move her up just a bit so I can place her so that I can run the strip of this leaves right underneath that girl because I thought that was just going to look really good. I love doing my dashboard spreads. They are kind of like a puzzle coming together because it's so freeform and I don't always know what's going to happen as I sit down to do the spread because it's not the same as doing like a weekly spread where I've got like my set columns and I'm just, marking what's happening throughout the day. With my dashboards, there's a lot of freedom to just like start putting things down, and as I place stickers it gives me different ideas and I just start kind of going from there. So yeah, that was what happened with the little Fashion Girl. I added some more of that wood grain washi tape to the bottom of the box, used more of the washi strips from Sadie Stickers in that cabled design, and then added some florals. And now I'm just selecting my faith quote for the month. I always love including a faith quote on my dashboard page, and this one says simply blessed. I love her faith quotes, but a lot of them are very tall, and there was another one I think I wanted to use, but it was too tall for the section, and it wasn't going to be able to see what it said over the wood grain. It wasn't showing up as clearly, so I was like, okay, I need to go with one that's shorter and wider because I have the space for that, instead of one that's slimmer and taller, in which it wouldn't have shown as well. Now I am pulling in, this is the Burgundy collab sign that I created with Sadie Stickers. If you're watching this video before November 12th, they are still available. If you're watching it after November 12th, they are no longer available. But thank you to everyone who did request that we bring back the signs, because that's how they came back and why we added the fun new winter colors. This was my first chance getting a chance to use the burgundy colorway, and oh my god, it is gorgeous. It's so rich and beautifully pigmented and so gorgeous for autumn winter. I just love it so much. And so Really had a lot of fun playing around, layering some of the deco around those signs. And now these leaves, they're like blowing leaf dividers, and they came off of the freebie from Paper Trail Plans. Such a great freebie. I love her freebies. You get like a whole bunch of different deco on them and some scripts, and they're super cute and useful. And now I'm just layering the little wine glass from the deco sticker on top of that, because those, even with those two blowing leaves stacked next to each other, they didn't quite go all the way to the edge of that box. And it's like, no problem. We'll just add a little deco in that corner and no one will be able to tell. And now I'm putting the hanging sign at the top of that box. That's going to be where I place my goals script for that, to label that section. And then I just put some of the florals on top, because there's a tiny little line right above that box. I feel like it's where you would put the month if you were marking the month, rather than the way that I do it on the side. I think that's what that line is for, but since I don't use it for that, I always just end up covering it up each month. So I took some florals, and now I'm just adding in some of the cute little foiled leaves. And again, these are from that freebie from Paper Trail Plans. Just had a lot of fun little leaves and branches and twigs and things that you could use as deco. And that dot cluster, I'm pretty sure is from Honey Inked. And then I'm also adding a little branch from Honey Inked behind this floral on the sign. The tiny little baby branch also from Honey Inked. So moving into the middle box in that trio of boxes, and I'm just placing this large floral in the corner here. And oh my gosh, this swing. This is like my favorite part of what I did on this whole dashboard page. I really loved the playing with this swing. That's the thing that I love so much about the deco sheets and dashboard kits from the Sweet Planner. They always have these really fun images along with the florals that inspire so much creativity. So it had this gorgeous swing, and so I'm taking these leaf clusters from Honey Inked, placing them under the swing. I'm going to trim off the bottom here and then place that along the side of it as well, and add a few more leaves down there. What I wanted it to look like was that there were leaves falling around the swing. So I'm layering some more leaves clusters from Honey Inked sort of behind the swing rope. And then I'm going to pull in just some individual leaves. These are also from Honey Inked, and sort of strategically place them around the swing. So again, it looks like leaves are falling down, like this swing might be suspended from a tree branch. And like, obviously we don't see the whole tree, but you can see like the leaves falling down, and you kind of get this autumn visual of that swing hanging from a tree and leaves falling around it. And it just feels very autumn and just really cozy and adorable. I've like, yeah, all of one sticker. I just like created this whole world in my head. That's what happens when I look at stickers, and why they bring me so much joy and why I have so much fun doing this. Because I've just imagined a whole little world. And it just is so adorable. I love how that came out. That was a lot of fun to play around with. And then I was just adding some branches and detail to the florals on the side. I think I'm going to move that larger branch at the top. I'm pulling in one of the wildflower stickers from Honey Inked, and I think I liked that better. Yeah, that branch is gone. And then just to top off that box, I'm going to use another one of those bow washi length strips from Sadie Stickers to trim the top of that box and just cover up where I cut the ends, because I wanted it to be really, really seamless and flush to the top of that box where the swing is suspended. Now moving down into the bottom or third box in that row, and this is the section where I track my social media stats. So I'm starting by putting down the super cute boots with the little florals coming out of the top. How adorable is that? Going to jump over to the large grid section, and then I guess I'll come back to that third box. But I put down another one of those washi strips from Sadie Stickers, and I like that. I don't always do that where like I line both sides of that section, but because I already had that cable detail running vertically underneath the header section on one side of the grid section, I felt like trimming the other side was going to sort of kind of bookend that section, I guess. And it just really kind of all came together visually for me. I really love that detail added there. And now what I'm creating is my header section for the birthday section. And so what I want to do is just take some of the florals, add in some branches and then leaf deco. The branches from Honey Ink, the leaves are again from Paper Trail Plans. And then I have these little leaf clusters from Sadie stickers. So I'm just mixing all sorts of things here. All kinds of fun little foil details. And then I have some boxes. These boxes with the bows are from Panda Bird Design. And so even though doing a dashboard page or doing a page like this, decorating it can be very freeform and allow you to do a lot of different and creative things, there definitely is some consistency as you look through the different things that I'm marking in each of my sections. So essentially when I'm working on this page, I've tried to take basically a whole blank page and break it down into sections. Makes it much more easier to figure out how to decorate a smaller section than trying to take in the whole page at once. And then I start trying to create focal points. And so it may be like a background for the header for that section so that I know what I'm keeping track of in that section, be it the goals section or the weekly kits that I'll be tracking for the month or the birthdays. And then I sort of take in how I want that section to work. So like with the birthdays, I bring in a lot of different boxes. So I have these circle boxes from Bloom Paper Studios. And then again, the bow boxes are from Panda Bird Design. And I'm adding the florals around them, layering those boxes on top of each other. And that helps shrink that section down and give it a lot of structure. It makes it easier for me to write in, particularly for me because I write really small. And so just having that big open grid space can be a little bit overwhelming. But by pulling in the boxes, that helps make it something that's more manageable for me. But then also just ends up being visually so pretty. And I think especially if you're interested in trying to decorate a page like this or trying to do more freeform decorating on any type of page that you're working on, don't feel intimidated. It really is a lot of fun. And it's just about taking a large section, making it something where you're just focusing on one small part of the page. Start there, decorate that, and then move to the next part of the page and just keep going until the page is done. And it won't feel as overwhelming. Trust me. So moving back over to that top box and just putting down my goal script. Now moving into the bottom half of the grid section. Because it is such a large section of that grid, I always split that in half and just mark two things there. So the top half I dedicate to the birthdays and the bottom half I'm dedicating to marking the kits that I'll be using for each week of the month. And I'm creating sort of a visual divider just with the floral deco and then that branch, which is from Paper Trail Plans, again from that same freebie. And then that kit script was a custom script that I had made. Moving back over into that third box on the bottom there, I'm putting down some of those, oh goodness, those small scallop boxes are from Bloom Paper Studio, and I forget the name of those boxes, but they're super awesome. And if you put my name in those to freebie, you'll get one of those boxes because it is definitely on my freebie. I love it so much. And then I'm pulling in some icons from Crafts by Towie to just mark the boxes for Instagram and for YouTube, and that is where I will track my social media stats for the month. And now I'm just creating a little checklist for myself. I had the cute little pumpkin and leaf sort of individual images, I guess you would call them. I forget what those are called. But I loved it because I thought, oh, this would be a fun way to create a little checklist using the leaves and the pumpkins. And so I'm just going to give myself 4 little almost like bullet points, but using the little leaves and pumpkins, and then I'll write down the kits that I'm using for the month next to my cute little pumpkin and leaf bullet points. Moving down into the bottom section, just wanted to fill in that center space so it didn't feel just so open down there, and I'm just adding in some floral deco and then embellishing that with the foiled leaves and accents. And I think that's going to complete my dashboard. Yep, time to move over to the order tracker page. And so for my order tracker, this is something that is super functional for me because it allows me to keep track of when I'm placing orders, what I have coming in. I can mark off once I've gotten the shipping notification, and then mark off once it's been delivered so that I know what's on the way or what I'm still waiting for and what I might need to shop for, which is so helpful because I buy a lot of stickers because I love stickers, and it's good to keep track of my growing collection. So I want this page to coordinate and match, of course, with the dashboard page because it's right across from it. So I'm putting down that same wood grain washi tape, added in that same cable detail washi length foiled strip from Sadie Stickers, and then I'm just bringing in some of the floral deco, foiled and floral. Geez. Oh, those two words. Try saying that 3 times fast. Not easy. Anywho, adding in another large focal point down at the bottom with that really fun sweater stack with the little mug, and just embellishing that with some foil. I'm super curious. Do you guys track your orders, like for your stickers orders? And if not, do you ever get surprised by things that you ordered and you're just like, oh wow, I don't even remember that I ordered that? Because I feel like that's kind of the way things go, because it's not instant in most cases. In most cases, it's like you place your order and then it's like a couple weeks later that you get it. And so I think a lot of times when it comes to Happy Mail, half of the fun of it is the surprise of it coming in the mail, which is, I think in this day and age is a little bit different, where a lot of things are a little more instant. And maybe it's also because I buy a lot of things on Amazon, and with Amazon Prime, everything is like 2 days, here it is. But with my sticker orders, it's definitely, it's not a 2-day situation. But anywho, that's just me wondering, do you guys track your orders or not? Super rambly. Moving on to the top, I've created the header section for the order tracker. And so again, just brought in that large floral, another one of the hanging signs, embellished that with the wine glass. The order tracker script is from Panda Bird Design. Again, love those foiled branches from Paper Trail Plans. Those things are so gorgeous. And then what I'm doing here is just taking my ruler and my pen, and I'm just drawing the lines because I just need to create my columns so that I can mark the date I placed the order, the shop I ordered from, a general description of what I ordered, and then I'll check off once it has been shipped and delivered. And now I'm putting some florals at the top. I'm actually just going to repeat that same kind of deco thing I did with the swing before, but instead of hanging it from a box, I'm going to hang it from these florals here. And seriously, could not be more in love with that sticker. I am obsessed with that swing. It is just the most adorable thing. And then of course I added some leaves around it. Didn't quite do it exactly the same way as the fallen leaves on the other side, because that was already its own thing and it was super special and it did not need to be repeated. But I did want to have some sort of blowing leaves around it on the order tracker page as well. Added a few more florals and finished up this spread. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next video. Bye.